Armando, again, I couldn't think of a better guest to have on the podcast. I mean, just wow. When looking at your resume, you've been played, man, I'm looking at those teams: Benfica, Villarreal, Espanyol, Leeds United. Just what a career. And you were honestly a really big influence there in Pacific there over the years. But Armando, I have to ask, with getting into football, who was your inspiration in getting into the sport? Was it like your dad, brothers, mom? Like who got you into the sport of football?
First, first of all, thank you for this invitation. It's a pleasure to be here with you and talk about football and talk about my journeys all these times doing football. Yeah, I have big inspirations in football. What can I say? I have an uncle. I have an uncle. This my uncle is taking me every day to the field, put me there, introduced me big players. Big players, introducing and I started to go watching the game with him every day, watching games and in the league. And he pushed me this way. It's a funny part because my father is a hockey player.
Really?
Yes, he's a hockey player, but in field, the field, hockey in field,
Yeah.
different with not in the ice. He's a hockey player, and sometimes I'm going to the field and I am playing hockey. I play hockey with him. It's so funny. Uh, but uh, But every time I'm going to my uncle because I enjoy the sport, I enjoy the ball, I enjoy the field, and soccer. You guys call it soccer, call football, but yes, it's this is
Yeah.
this is what it is. Uh, that's the inspiration because I was coming yeah, I started with my uncle. After that, I started to see like players like Michel Platini.
What a
It's
what a
one of
player.
the my yes my I see something in a especially in the World Cup in the 86.
86? Yes, yes, all the way back there. Okay,
86,
okay.
86, 86. I think it's the first World Cup that Canada participate. I think so. There is I mean, if I'm not make a mistake here. Yeah, I started watching these games. I started I'm very young watching this World Cup and focusing on Platini. I love Platini, the way he played, the way he dressed, the style of the game, whatever. And of course, I'm Portuguese, but I born in Mozambique. My background, Eusebio, players like big players. They go to Portugal, they move to Portugal, and they make like a big impact in the world of football. And that's yeah. I'm start to follow them. I start to go, and I want to more, and that's my reference. Like my uncle, and they start like Patini and Eusebio and all that stuff. And I love for sport.
Oh, I love to hear that. I mean, I always seem like when I've talked to other players and this other fast figures, there's always be a family influence, but then they always talk about those influential figures in the game as football or soccer.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do have to ask though, because I do kind of notice a trend with some of like the players that go pro. When you watch Platini play, were you just focus on him solely, or do you kind of like it kind of take his style from his game? Like, how did you when you had chances to watch him? How did you watch the game of his?
They, it's very tough to tell, but when I see, like, it's like connection. It's like connection. We have
Yeah.
like see some players, we have that connection with him. I feel it, I see in the field many times when he played in Juventus after he played for France. And the way he put his t-shirts inside of the shorts, all that
Yeah.
memory, all that the way he touched the ball, the way he move in the field, like because that time is like a big competition between Maradona and Platini. It's
Mm.
everybody love Maradona. Everybody love Maradona. Everybody we know how big Maradona is, but I'm all the time. I want to go support and I'm like I want to be the different guy. I want to go there. I'm focused on Platini, and yeah, my actions, my eyes go to all these actions. What he's doing in the field, how he move, how his body language, how he's behave in the field, how how's everything. It, like my eyes is like focused on that player, and after that, I'm taking, of course, I'm taking my pictures. I'm taking my pictures,
Yeah.
and I go to the field. I start to go in the field and start to try to copy and imitate the way his style and go and he play and and
100.
I want to stick his jerseys because I put the 10 too, like a France 10, whatever, like I put like that. And many is a moment when we take a picture, after before you understand football, real football. When you understand, you first, in my opinion, you make a connection with the player. After that, when you start to understand the game, you start to change your mind. You start to go with different reference. You start to grow in the game and start to understand much about that. And special in my position, start to
Oh,
understand players in my position because like I love Cafu, I love Roberto Carlos. The way they play, and in my position, like that's my big reference when I start to grow and understand more the game.
100%. And I mean, I can really relate to that. I mean, I never got to the pro level, but I played like university. But my favorite, I'm a goalkeeper. So my favorite of all time is Gianluigi Buffon. Like,
Oh
just
yeah.
love watching him. And just anytime I watched Juventus Italy play, I'd always watch him when he was on the screen, what he does and how he moves. And yeah, you get to apply that to the game, and it's helped me out a lot on the pitch. So definitely, I think that's a big trick that I think a lot of if you especially if you're a student in the game, I think you got to do is study the best players and the ones you have connections with, especially.
Yes, for sure, for
Now,
sure.
I do have to ask. I know you said that you studied the game of your position, but I always have to ask this question: when you're first going through your youth and getting your touches on the ball, did you start out as a defender or did you play like striker, midfielder? Like, where did you start out in when you were playing in your youth?
No, that's what I'm saying before. Like when I look to that player, the
Mhm.
Platini in the times, and the players like playing that position, Maradona, whatever, playing that position. I'm I love to be a 10. I'm playing a 10. I
Uh-huh.
enjoy be a creative player, I enjoy that. Um, but when you start to move and take the game more serious, and you start to realize your best characteristics of the game, your best skills is maybe it's more maybe in wide areas or maybe in central. You start to see how you fit better in the field, how you can bring more to the game, and that's my coach. And the time he talked with me, he say, I think your best, your best style, your best skills, and everything what you have. I think you need to play in the wide areas. You're fast. You good in 1v1, and you're very aggressive in with the attacking. You aggressive defending, and you need to play in wide areas, and maybe the best position is like fullback because you like to transition with the ball, and that's all that skills. It's not to adjust. And if you have a coach, you can feel that, you can see what the player have, what the player can bring to the game, and what's the best position for him for take the best from the player. That the coach you need it. And I
Yeah.
have a very lucky. I find this kind of coaches to give me this right directions.
Absolutely. I mean, if they identify then you where you had the skill set to go up, to not only be good defensively, but to be have that ability to go up front and be creative in the attacking third
Yeah,
as
correct.
well.
Yeah.
I do have to ask though, like I mean, transitioning to the fullback role, and trust me, as a goalkeeper, I respect the fullbacks immensely. They cover a lot of ground, and I
You
feel
need it.
like,
You need it. You need it. You need it.
yeah, I feel like it's one of those, my opinion, underappreciated. That's what I
Yeah.
feel like. But I have to ask, like, just for like a fullback's perspective, like for you, what was the hardest part about the learning curve when going to that role? Was there any challenges you kind of faced when initially going to that role, or any difficulties that you had to kind of overcome?
Yeah. When I thought as a fullback, and I thought a fullback, I'm the modern fullback. Like I'm very offensive fullback. I'm
Yeah.
the first ones in my generation. I think we are the first ones to come and start to be more offensive fullbacks. But back in the time, like it's more like the fullback is a fullback, and is a right back, and they stay there.
Yeah.
And me, I have this. different characteristics, different styles, like going up, I help with attacking, defending, coming down, make my job, like that. And the more difficult for sure is to realize how organized I need to be, how disciplined I need to be when the game is not on my side. I don't know if you making sense what I'm saying. So they play if the game is in the opposite side, how I need to close, how I need to come to close the space, how I need to come inside to close that, and understand that. And that is the more I think is the more tough to understand, and because my mindset is to attacking all the time, is to going forward all the time, and okay, I need to understand that. Yeah, I need to calm down. I need to protect my center back. I need to come and like I need to the goalkeeper. The connection with the
Yeah.
goalkeeper with the center back is very important, and that's the I think that's the more difficult part to adjust in a game, because the rest of that is about my decisions, what I do, you know, and of course the challenge to find players with better skills, and better fast players, and whatever, like that's more difficult stuff to deal to.
100%. I feel like again, it's I know you're obviously a great attacking presence there, but again, it's like you're kind of saying off the ball, right? How do you communicate as a back line? Where do you go where the ball is on the pitch? I get what you mean because I always, for
Yeah.
example, for myself, I'm always communicating with my defenders, telling them where to go and all that stuff like that. So I definitely I can definitely see that coming from a goalkeeper's perspective for sure.
Yeah, it's true. It's not easy. It's not easy, but is that if you understand, that's what I'm when I talk with my players, uh, and we need to understand the field. We need to understand the game. We need to understand where we are. And sometimes, and in a joking way, I'm saying like, you need to know the field the way you know your room. If you don't have a light in your room, for sure, you know where's the things. You don't need the light to go pick something in your room. You know exactly where your stuff. And the field is the same. When you come to the field, you need to know exactly your position, where you are in the field, what you have behind you, everything there. It's very important to know the field very well.
100%. I think that there's a saying. It's like kind of knowing it like the back of your hand,
Yes.
like that. So absolutely, I think that's something that yeah. If you're in that role, you got to be well immersed into it, and you got to live and breathe it, and know your position, how you affect the team. So I definitely can see that, and that's great to know there too. But Armando, I had to ask you too. So like, I mean, I know you kind of mentioned that your uncle Platini, obviously, what a baller he was. I'm a Juve fan, by the way, so great shout. So,
Yes.
um, love to hear that. But are you kind of going through youth there, and I mean, like, was the idea of playing pro always the dream, or was it kind of like one of those later in teenage years where like I want to go pro? Like, can you kind of take me through like of that dream of yours? Was it always a dream of yours to go play professional football?
Yes. The time I think the time I born, the time I know me, I don't have another dream. I don't have another dream. I don't know. I don't think I have something mine in something more in my mind to do it. Like I realized. I think the first time my father gave me one ball is my first gift. My first gift is a ball, a soccer ball, and that's like is like that love. Stay there. I love
Oh,
right there. I sleep with that ball. I do everything with that. I walk with. Uh, and nobody can take me this. I go out with the ball in my hands and take it there and move on. Like, yeah, that's I think is yeah, it's only plan I have in my head. I know. Of course, it's a lot of work, a lot of discipline, a lot of commitment, a lot of very, very. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I have a lot of hungry to do that. I love it. I have the passion. I have the passion to do that, and thank God I make it. I make it. But that's my dream. That's what I'm following. That's the first day. The first day I put in my head, I want to be soccer player. I want to be a professional soccer player. And I make it. To say to you like all my goals, my goal. Uh, I try to realize all them. I want to be a soccer player. I want to be a soccer player. I want to be a professional soccer player. I want to be a professional soccer player. I want to play in the big teams. I want to. I try. I make it. Like all that stuff, and that's my. I'm very with my mind ideas, fixed ideas. I'm fixed ideas. When I want something, nobody can take me for that. No chance. No chance. I'm very persistent with my idea because I believe that.
Well, and that hunger that you're talking about, and that's something that you can tell. I can tell you're the football is life. I don't know if you ever watched the Ted Lasso show and with Danny
Yes,
Rojas, but
exactly.
yeah, football is life for sure. And I mean, the reason I kind of wanted to talk about that is because, trust me, like I wanted to become a professional football player or soccer player my whole life. I mean, I've unfortunately came up short just in terms of the CPL, but I just wanted to hear like that passion in terms of especially about achieving that dream because again again, my Portuguese isn't great, so I do apologize. But I mean, I do see that
No, 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 no.
I really wanted to kind of go through like I mean your first like breakthrough into professional football. I mean I'm gonna try and pronounce this correctly, but Unevo Desportiva Vilanquinez, the
Yeah,
1994
Francis.
season.
Yeah, Francis. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Franconez.
yeah. Okay.
Um, I mean,
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're
okay,
good.
not bad. So, Armando, like I want to hear this perspective because again, it's like achieving that dream. I mean, you work your whole childhood, your whole youth career, and you finally get into a professional setup with the Portuguese side. Can you kind of take me through like your first appearance, like your first ever start putting on a professional football kit, making your first ever start? Can you kind of take me back through that and how that was for you?
Yes, and I can say like my first steps in the soccer game, in the soccer, is a futsal.
Oh, yes, futsal. Oh, futsal. Yeah, very,
Futsal.
very good.
I play futsal in my street. We have a very competitions games and futsal, and I start from there and I believe the futsal bring a lot of skills, bring a lot of things in the game in 11v11. If you bring from you can bring like lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, from the 11v11. And I start from there. Start from there and moving from there. After that, my first game as 11v11 is on a club of my streets in Portugal, my town,
Yeah.
and they call Atlético de Sombras. It's like it's like Athletic Sombras. It's like from my town, like my first time. I start to realize the 11v11. I start to realize the
Mm.
big field and everything there, and that feeling to come in the field, line up with all players behind you, and all that. Um, Walk in the field with the referees in front of you and walk there and all that and line up there to the referees can all these and I started thinking I really love this. I really love this game. I really love that, and you see around some people watching the game and they're like, wow, I really love this. And after that I think I have different stage because when I come to professional as a pro, when I come as a pro, I come in the field as a pro.
Mm.
That's another story. It's another feeling. It's still like how many people watching my games, how many people is in home and the TV watching my games. The time I touch the ball is like I have so many people watching all my skills, what I'm doing, you know. there's a lot of little pressure there, but I love that pressure. I love that sentiment. I love that, and I believe I feel good. I feel good. I really feel good to come in the field. Every time I touch the field, like I feel like alive. That's the main sense of saying. I feel like alive. That's what I like. And that's what I'm going for. I'm gonna push everything to make it.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I think with any professional athlete, especially in that big atmosphere, it's kind of like it's like an addiction, right? You get on the field
Yeah.
and you just want to get more, and that's why I feel like sometimes, especially when professional players retire, it's hard. That transition can be hard, right? Because again, you don't have that same type of fam atmosphere and things like that too. So, but I think that's something that yeah, I'm jealous. I'm living vicariously through you here because oh my days,
No,
like you played so.
so many stage, man. So many stage because that we go to big teams. After we move, each team you're moving. Moving my stage like how team the level the team. Another moment, different moment. Every time you dress that t-shirt. When I dress the jersey from Braga, from Benfica, from Villarreal, from Espanyol. Every time, the first time I'm addressed that, it's like, oh, wow, I need to be proud and I need to represent this club the best I can.
Absolutely. And I mean, that talks about you being a professional, right? And again, it's that real buy in. And again, it's a lot more added pressure, which I love that you talked on that too. And I want to ask you this question, Armando, because again, this one's is asked kind of more like in a, it's asked, but I kind of want to ask you this question too. So, like, did you ever have like a welcome to the league moments where it's like, they ask this quite a bit in professional sports in North America where, young players come into the professional league and then they get that moment. They're like, oh, this is a totally different league now. It's like that moment where I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but basically it's kind of like
Mhm.
welcome to the league. You know what I mean? Like welcome to the pros.
I think the first time I arrived in the first division,
Yeah.
the first division in Portugal, and the team is very rough. Um, the first time I arrived there, and then all my teammates, the way they receive me, the way the tunnel, that tunnel, I need to cross the tunnel with so many people slapping me and everything there, like all these crazy things. Uh, and in the game, the first day, I make my first debut on the professional level, and all the fans to understand who is this boy, who is that boy, who is this new player, where he come from, like every time when I touch the ball, they very I can hear the noise of like the support, the fans, all that, and they're like, wow, that's people appreciate my job, appreciate my job, appreciate me to come here, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's very different with North America. The way North America do is a little very different. We like that because in Europe they want results immediately. It's very like that. It's very straight. You need to be good. You need to be good. You come in the field, you need to prove immediately you're that good, or the people can help you and support you. But but I have that feeling like all the support from my first group and all the fans to like all these guys. And I tell you something. In my first year in the first division, my first year as a pro, I win a trophy of the young revelation uh, in the league, the best young
Flair.
player play in the league. You know, and that's my first trophy as a individual trophy.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Seems like
that's something you can say.
for you, you love that pressure. And I mean, like they always say, the cream always rises to the top. And I mean, getting
Yeah,
the best young player, whew, that's
yeah.
got to be such an accomplishment. Do you still have that trophy to this day?
Sorry, sorry.
Do you still have that trophy?
Yes, I have that trophy. I have that
Oh,
trophy. I
yeah,
have
I
that
bet you.
trophy. That's the for sure. This is something. That trophy gave me a boost, a big boost to do the rest of my career as a player. No, like when I received that, and I'm like, wow, okay, I can push to another level. I can go another level because this is it's and like I say, I have big coaches around me. I have good support people, like very family coaches, and all the my colleagues, my teammates. All my teammates, the way they support me is very important because it's a collective game. It's not like individual game. You need that. You need that.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it's a team sport. It's a collective,
Yeah, it's a team.
and again,
Yeah,
it's about how your role affects the team, right? And I think that's what a lot of players
yeah,
sometimes maybe forget. But I know, okay, Armando, you've been talking a lot about the fan support and talking about like the
yeah.
crowds. I have to ask this question: what's been like the best crowd you ever played in front of in any stadium across your career? Anyone that really stands out to you? The ones that are the loudest? Anything like that? Maybe Benfica supporters, Braga, Espanyol. Any supporters that really stand out to you? The one that were the loudest?
Yeah, yes, for sure, for sure. At home, in in home,
Yeah.
I think Benfica is one of the best support because I play in a stadium. I play in the old stadium of Benfica, and I play in a new stadium of Benfica. Benfica have like building a new stadium, and I play in the old stadium. The old stadium is like 120,000 people.
120,000?
Yes,
Oh,
120,000 people, and
jeez.
watching that game. Like this is crazy, 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 like crazy, and that's that's something you cannot. It's difficult to forget. To forget like and away away games when I play that. I think I play against in Greece against Panathinaikos.
Ooh, good team.
Yeah, against not for against Olympiacos, against Olympiacos, not Panathinaikos, Olympiacos.
Yeah.
That's the fans of that, the fans of they know they make a lot of the way they support the team is something I love it. I love it too. I love it too.
Oh, I love that as well.
I believe in some field like Marseille. Marseille is crazy to the fans. They love the game. They support the team. That's the. But yeah, I believe Benfica is one of the big fans, big supports, and big the stadium. Like it's amazing. It's amazing to see that.
100%. I mean, I'm just yeah, again, looking at this resume, and I do want to touch a little bit more on Benfica because again, there's a lot of one of the biggest teams across Europe, especially I know they're going through a little bit of transition right now. I mean, they have Jose Mourinho as their manager, but I'm looking also at this one team here in your early part of your career here in Braga. I mean, they have one
Yeah.
of the coolest stadiums around, like especially being
Yes.
inside of a mountainside. Like, I mean, you also had a great, I'm just looking at your career for like from '94 and to go, especially when you kind of just before you left Rio Ave to go to Braga. Like, I mean, you put in some really solid performances. Like when you were making that move to to Braga, like can you just kind of take me through that? Like was that a quick decision? Was it like talks that were in quite a while? Like I mean, I'm assuming you had an agent at that time. Like how does it all come about where you move to one of the bigger clubs in Portugal in Braga?
Yeah, it's very. When I played, like I say, when I played in
Yeah.
Rio Ave, before I moved to Braga, before I go to Braga, I have options, options, and to go to Sporting Lisbon, to
Ooh.
go to Benfica. I have options there. I have options there, but the things, some for some reason, things don't happen, not happen that moment, and come Braga. Braga arrived, and it's in the and push more, and the coach, the president of Braga, he really wanted me in the club, and that's the decision because that big clubs sport and Benfica don't happen this year, and like okay, I'm like I have a little frustration because I not moved to Benfica or to Sporting Lisbon,
Yeah.
and I moved to Braga, but when I moved to Braga, I played in Braga for 6 months only.
Yeah.
When they opened, when the I performed so, the team is going so well, and my performance goes so good, and I played for 6 months, and that Benfica come alive again.
Come back in. They want you.
Come back again, yes, come back again, and that's the funny part because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. I'm home. I arrived to the training, and when I arrived to the training, and all my teammates are like, "Congrats, congrats, congrats!" I'm like, "Congrats for what?" I don't know what's happening here. Oh, you go Benfica? I don't know. So I'm going to Benfica. Don't nobody tell me nothing. Uh, and that's the when I arrived when I finished my training, and my agent called me and say like, "Pick your stuffs, organize your stuffs, and let's go to Benfica." And that's wow. And that's the but to decision to go to Braga I love Braga. I love the stadio, the family Braga. The Braga family is amazing, and I've amazing 6 months there. Amazing 6 months there, and they give me like with the big players there. I have my team, Thiago. He played for Atletico Madrid, for Chelsea, like all that, have a big players there. And then we make a beautiful 6 months, and that's my performance come alive, and that's Benfica come back again alive to take me.
Wow. I mean, like yeah, obviously that 6 months is game changing for you. I mean, you're getting to one of like one of the top clubs in Portugal and Benfica,
Yeah.
and I do have to ask you, like, I mean, I want to ask this question here too, but I mean, you're going to one of the top teams in Portugal. I mean, you're going to a whole different dressing room. It's going to be a whole lot different, a lot more pressure. It's going to be a whole different environment. Like, I know you said you didn't even know you got off the training pitch, and your agent's like, hey, you're going to Lisbon, like you're going to Benfica,
Yeah,
like you gotta
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
pack your bags. Like, how was that all adjustment? That must have just been like quick. That must have been a quick adjustment for you. How does that like whole transition look like for you going to the dressing room, meeting the players? Like, how does that all look?
It's so fast. Everything happens so fast. And like I said before, I arrived there, I don't know nothing. I go to locker room, and I have a call from my agent. Say, hey, let's go. You go to Lisbon, and let's go meet. We have a meeting. Before that, I go to the meeting, and I'm in my agent and the president of Braga. They in a meeting together. They're in a meeting. I'm outside of the meeting,
Yeah.
but I'm hearing everything what they say. And there's at one point of the meeting, I start to like they upset with each other, like they like going like hard in conversations,
Yeah.
very hard in conversation because that is a transfer, like this is a negotiation, it's coming there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that it's not going well. I'm outside and I'm listening to everything, but I feel like, wow, it's not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. I'm so scared because like that's gonna be the second time, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm there. After that, after half an hour, my agent come and the president of Braga both coming out of the meeting with the hugs, kissing each other, and everything is okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Good luck and everything like that. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised with this all these negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
The way they run. And and the tough part is to go to the locker room, and now you talk with your teammates. Oh, of course, they're happy for you. They're
Yeah.
happy for you. What you're gonna do, your move, the way you're gonna move, your next movement. But you leave the locker room, and then now and then you make a nice teammate with nice teammates and nice people there, and then you make like a lot of good relationship. In these 6 months, very strong relationship. And I need to leave that and I say bye, guys. Thank you for all the support, and I move on. And that's the thing is the one of it's not easy because when you make that good relationship with a group, you have a you have a good group, and sometimes it's not easy to leave this kind of groups.
100%. And I mean, and I also wanted to get your opinion on this too, because I've heard so much as well about how Benfica is as a club. And I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently, like with Benfica, especially the players, you do a lot of activities together. Like, again, in terms of meals and just like spending a lot of time together. Apparently, that's like a big cohesion thing within the club, at least from what I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. But again, was there any like type of differences that you saw within the club culture compared to other clubs?
In a professional level, that level, it's a job. It's a job.
Yeah.
It's a job. You come to the stadium. You come to the stadium. You whatever. Let me put this time. I arrive at 9 a.m. I stay in the club until 4 p.m. Okay, and now we need to leave there. We need to prepare as the breakfast there is after training. After we have a lunch there, we have lunch. You we go some guy needs some treatment, some guy needs some gym. Everything there is like you in the job. You're in the job. You like they're your family. They're your family, your teammates, and you live with these guys and they go. You of course after that. After we leave the club, maybe sometimes we go dinner together. You go dinner together. Like that's like uh, the relationship is so strong because you need that relationship to be strong to have this connection in the field. I think that's everything. You need that connection, and you need to build that culture. You need to build that culture, and this is what Benfica and another clubs, what I Leeds United, Villarreal, whatever, all these big clubs, and they have this kind of building this kind of culture, the players like enjoy together, and we do activities, we do everything what you need. It's like sometimes the club have some invitations to go watching tennis. We go. We have some invitation. We like 3 or 4 or 5 players. We take it. We go together. Let's go watching tennis. Let's go watching this. Like that's the level. That's the level we used to.
There you go. There you go. Okay. And you know what, Armando, I just before we touch a little bit more on Benfica there, I have to ask you, how would you describe your personality in the locker room? Are you more of like the music guy? Are you more of the prankster? Like, how are you in the locker room? Like, are you like what's your role in the locker room if you've had to describe yourself?
Uh, but I think I'm a guy with the two personalities. Okay, my personality out of the field is I'm very happy guy, like to laughing, like to joke, like I'm a very joking guy. I like to, you know, I'm um very open, very open. But inside of the field, I have very different personality, very different personality. I'm really I think I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I love to win. I'm a competitive guy, and this is for me make me inside. I don't joke too much inside. I'm not. I'm like I take the things need to be. Like serious things. Like I'm an animal inside of the field. That's me. Like but I know the right things. I know out after the field how we play with the guys, how we joke with the guys, everything there. They respect this way, but in the field they respect in that way because that's me. That's me in the field because I'm a winner. I like to win. I like to push myself. I like to push my teammates. I like to compete.
100%. I mean, on the field, it's business, right? It's like it's business. It's we're here to win, right? That's the main thing. So love that, love that. And I mean, just to kind of, I know we talked a little bit here about Benfica, but I really have to ask, like when you're reflecting on those 2 seasons you're with Benfica there, what was like your, like what's like the most thing that like stands out, or the most I guess like the brightest moment, or like the most thing you think about when you're looking back on your time with Benfica? Any moment that stands out in particular?
Yeah, we have big moments like I think I'm in Benfica for 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Was 3 years. Other big moments. We have moments. I win the cup, Portuguese cup.
That's a huge one.
I win the Portuguese. Yes, I win the Portuguese cup against Mourinho, against one of the big team. Mourinho, one of the team of Mourinho, the team Mourinho win the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
That team of Mourinho win everything in Europe, and we beat them in the cup game. That's one of the big. Another moment is my first day for play for a big club like Benfica. Do everything there. The first time I put that dress, like the t-shirt, like the first time, and yeah, and I have a point of one bad moment because I lost a teammate.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I lost a teammate. Yes, I lost a teammate in Benfica. And Mikkel Fair, I don't know if you know about that. Mikkel Fair is a Hungary.
Yeah, I've heard of it in passing. Yeah.
That's one of the moments is not happy moments, but the rest of that I think the cup to win a cup from Benfica, and then go celebrate in the streets and celebrate with so many people, like so busy. It's difficult to talk about. You need to see it. You need to see it, to understand how big that club it can be when you win.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen them like when they win other titles as well, and you just see the streets packed. Like, I mean, Lisbon, Portugal love their football, and man, those supporters come out in droves. So I can only imagine. Um, I mean, I gotta look for some footage. Hopefully, there's some TV footage, maybe of that Tática de Portugal. Hopefully, there may be some footage of that. Maybe I can try and relive that with you there, and maybe see if I can find that footage. Yeah. And you know what? Getting to win it against Jose Mourinho, the special one, he calls himself. Yeah. Does he? I have to ask, just for the sake of asking, any interaction with him at all? Like, did he ever talk to you on the field? Any conversation at all? Like, did you have any interactions with Mourinho?
Well, Mourinho is a gamer. He's a gamer, okay? He's a gamer, Sometimes in a meeting before the games, he's talking something, to take you for the place you make sense, like to take you from the game. He go he thought that stuff, like I in the game too. When you, he's a good guy. He's a very good guy. He's a very good guy, and I have lucky to know him, to talk with him personal, and very very good guy, very good coach, and but like I say, in the game is different. It's different.
Oh yeah. Well, he's definitely one of the best coaches of all time. So
Oh, you
100%.
take it, you take it to the limit. You take it to the limit.
Well, it's good to know. Especially if I'm a big fan of Mourinho, so I had to ask that question in case you had any interaction with him at all, for sure. But that's good to know. So you know what? You have 3 seasons there with Benfica, great seasons as well. I mean, especially with the highlight being the cup that your team won there. But I mean, not all good things come to an end at some point, right? So coming up on that 04 season, like, were you wanting to leave the club? I know that you made a transfer to Villarreal. Like, how did that whole move
Yeah.
come about to Spain?
No, we have a good season Benfica. We have a good season Benfica. I showcase have a big showcase myself in a big stage, in a big stage, and in the Europa League, play against Inter Milan, whatever, all these teams around, uh, in the And many clubs coming to start to come alive to see him in. They looking for us, looking for me, looking for me, and that's the. I'm on holidays. I remember I'm holiday days, an off season there, and stuff call for many clubs to come from France, from Spain, from German, and many clubs coming to call me, calling my agent, calling me and whatever. And and the arrive. Villarreal arrive, and they put more serious in the table. They make more serious, and that's I start to thinking about it, like, okay, I love I love to play La Liga. I love to play in La Liga. I love to come go to La Liga. I play against Zidane. I play against Ronaldinho. Play against these guys. I would love to go there and enjoy this game and see how they do in field. Yeah, I have a conversation with the Benfica. The Benfica and Villarreal, they find agreement. They found an agreement there, uh, and Villarreal buy me to Benfica, make this transfer, I move to Villarreal, and that's the when I moved to the La Liga, and I see like, wow, this is different stage. As a club, Benfica, I think in that time in history, the level is higher, but uh, Villarreal have that is growing, and the quality of the players on the field, the quality of the league they play, the league this in Spain, everything there is different. Okay, I moved from Benfica to Villarreal, uh, and I enjoy one of the best leagues in the world.
100%. Like, I mean, I'm
Best leagues in the world.
I'm just reflecting on, like, you talk about like Real Madrid, the Galacticos, like you're talking about
Yes.
like Figo, Zidane, Roberto
Mhm,
Carlos,
mhm,
Casillas, even
mhm.
David Beckham was there for a bit of time there as well, right? Like, I
Yes,
mean,
yes, yes.
oh, one of the greatest players of all time, Ronaldinho as well, Puyol, oh, like
All
so
that.
many great players. I mean,
No, no. It's amazing. It's amazing. Up to the island Villarreal, when you go against, you play against team up to Villarreal too with a big team. We have a big team too. We call it like the Submarino Amarillo, no, the yellow submarine, the
Yellow
yellow
Submarine.
submarine. Yeah, and then my team like Riquelme, Forlan, Marco Senna, Sorin, Pepe Reina, all these players. Like I have strong team, a strong team, and imagine that field. And when we play Real Madrid, and all my players, these big players with the Galactics in the field, like how many stars there in the field, like how many ballers in that moment in the game, like it's beautiful to see, and the quality of the game, all that stuff, and I'm very very proud to make this movement to La Liga, no, to La Liga,
Absolutely. I
to
mean,
Villarreal specific.
you're talking about one, yeah, obviously one of the top leagues in the world, and I mean, again, playing against, geez, like just some of the world class players of all time, and I mean, I have to ask this question though. Like, I mean, you're on the pitch. Is which player in particular left you kind of starstruck, like in awe, like you're like, oh wow, like I'm just saying, like Zidane's playing across for me, Ronaldinho's playing across for me, any like you're like, whoa, this is like big time. Who left you in awe?
Listen, I think Ronaldinho's the is something magic. The way he played, the way he smile in the field, the way he do things, it look like
Yeah,
so easy. Like and that's for me is one of my players, and when I look to that, my one of my idols as a player. No, I like I look to him and see that beautiful the way the game, the way the energy he bring to the game, everything like is a everything is together. Everything is together as a player, not only a baller, but all the all the ingredients is they there, they there for Ronaldinho. And of course, I have different guys. I have like Zidane. I love Zidane. I have many times because in my position, that's the another funny part. In my position as a right fullback, all the best players in the world they play in that position,
Yeah.
coming to the left, you know, coming to the left, and that's because in my position as a fullback, like I find Ronaldinho, I find Zidane, uh, I find Robinho, I find the Nilssons, like all these players, like they coming from,
Yeah.
that ego, like all this is coming from that to they play in the left side, and yeah, is something I can see from close and challenge them 1v1,
Yeah. I mean, I, I I mean, you just listed off like just legends like on that wing you had to defend against. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you played against a lot of great players coming up until that time in Spain, but like, how do you defend against those guys, especially 1-on-1? Like, how do you approach that? I gotta ask.
Is it some how we defend Ronaldinho? Uh, I think Ronaldinho need to be in a negative day because if he's in positive, if he's a if he's if he is in his day, no chance, no chance to defending him. I need to help he's not in best day, and I can stop him. Like that's basically like that. But it's about a lot of concentration, a lot of you need to be strategic, you need to be very smart, you need to you need your teammates. You need your teammates because it's not a chance to you do this alone. It's
No.
not a chance. You need that your teammates to be there to help you, to be ready to support you too. But end of the day, yeah, you need it. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I believe mm, of course, I have my qualities as a player. I have my qualities. I used to be very fast, very, very um, an- anticipate, like very, very quick thinking. Quick
Mm.
thinking. That's making me maybe making me strong and sometimes deal with all these situations. All the situations. But it's not easy. Believe me, it's more about day not being a good day.
I can only imagine. I mean, geez, I'm just trying to vision from like that side, like trying to defend against Figo, Ronaldinho. Like, I, oh boy, I couldn't imagine. But no, it speaks to your ability and also to like it's a team game, right? You have to defend
Yeah.
against those players as well. And I mean, another player that I even thinking about on the top of my head too is R9, Brazil, like Ronaldo.
Yes,
What a
yes,
what a
yes.
player he was. Maybe not the best trim back in the World Cup there. I don't know if you remember that old haircut. I don't remember that one, but what a player he is, honestly.
No, no, it's a different beast. It's a different beast, and sometimes we don't realize how fast is Ronaldo phenomenal. How fast,
Oh yeah.
how fast is, how strong. You don't realize you need to be like. I remember one game. I'm in a field, Villarreal against Real Madrid, and it's one ball, and like 1v1, me and Ronaldo. I'm like, okay, let me see how fast this guy move. How fast, let me see because I really believe in my speed. I really believe in my and how fast and it's, let me see. I challenge him, like I challenge him, and that moment a little touch, he give a little touch in the ball, and he 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 changes speed. That moment I realized. I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast. This guy he's different. He's different. He's different. And that's the moments when I'm saying to you, the moment in the field when you realize when you play with them, when you play with the players like that level,
Yeah.
and you realize the skills. It look easy in the TV. You watching the TV is like it's something, but when you're in the field and you realize that this guy is different, this player is something, is another planet. It's different. That's when you realize that okay, he deserves to be
Where he is, yeah.
one of the best, one of the best.
Jeez, that's amazing, amazing. And again, you play against the world's best, honestly, and then that kind of speaks to like how good your level was, right? And I think that's why it's great to kind of go over your career because again, you've had a quite monumental one. And just before we kind of go on to this next part about your time in Spain, I do have to ask though, who was your best jersey swap during your time as a professional? Like, did you do any jersey swaps? Like, who was the best one in your opinion?
Um, I have a Ronaldinho t-shirt. I have a Beckham t-shirt.
Oh, those. Ooh, okay, okay. There you go. Those are
Yeah,
not
let's
bad at
see.
all.
Can I move? Can I move from here?
Yeah, of course.
Give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if we can do this in podcast, but it's one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, that's
Yes,
amazing.
yes. That's amazing, huh? And something
Just,
like something I have like I switch with some big guys, and I have these memories of this. One of the examples is here. We're back in one of the best in the world.
it's a thing that you'll never forget. I mean, you have that piece of history right there. That jersey. Oh my God, David Beckham. That's crazy. That's awesome. Oh my God. Oh boy.
I don't know how much now.
I know. I was really interested to see because again, that's always a common question, especially with some professional athletes and professional players who their best jersey swap was. So I was really curious there. Now, Armando, I also want to talk about your time at Espanyol because you had a huge accomplishment there as a team where you guys won the Copa del Rey. Obviously, then one of the top domestic trophies in Spain. And again, we're just talking about some of these teams: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, like just top teams there. Like, can you just like take me through that? Like, I mean, you get to lift the Copa del Rey. Like, that is, like you can't. I don't think you can really get much better than that in Spain for sure.
No, is there something very important in Spain? Is a cup. Is a cup everybody would love to win in Spain, and not all the clubs have not all the players have a chance to win that. The Copa del Rey. And it's something very special when you receive the cup from the king from Spain. Come there, you go there, then the king of Spain come and deliver you a cup, and all that. And that game in the stadio Santiago Bernabéu, it make more special, make it more special. And like I say, in Benfica win the Copa, the Portugal Cup.
Mm-hmm.
In Villarreal, I win the UEFA League.
Yeah.
Into Turkey, yes, in Villarreal, and in Spain, the Copa del Rey, in Espanyol, sorry, in Espanyol, the Copa del Rey. And the beautiful part is like, yeah, it's in Santiago Bernabéu. You go upstairs, you receive the cup from that, and it's something in Spain is big, represents like big, 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 big stage to receive that cup.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't
La
think
Copa del Rey.
especially in the Bernabeu, the Bernabeu. Yeah, like I don't think you can really much get bigger than that. But I really want to highlight that because again, like we're just talking about that the teams that you guys had to beat at that time. And this speaks to the volume of how your team was and how you played in that. Because again, that's not an easy trophy to win. That's one of the top ones in Spain. So, uh,
That's- yeah. I think we beat. It's not a mistake. I think we beat La Coruña, the Sportivo La Coruña. We beat. I think we beat Real Madrid.
yeah,
And I think the first moments of the competition we beat Real Madrid. We beat La Coruña. We moving like that. We moving like that. I don't feel if not. I don't know if it's a mistake. Yeah, but we moved like we beat some guy. We beat the moment is not that. We beat some guys to our party there. It's not easy.
and no, you had to beat some big teams. I'm sure of it. And you know what? I did have one other question because again, I'm just genuinely curious too. Did you ever have a chance to play against Messi, or was he too, or was that kind of before his involvement? Did you play against him?
Yeah. We play against Messi. Messi, the team Barcelona at the time is like Ronaldinho, Eto'o, and Messi.
Yeah,
That's the team. That's the team. And that time, Ronaldinho is the face.
yeah.
Is the guy. Messi coming to take that spot. Coming to take that spot. But the team. You can see on Messi is the difference. The difference. And I have a pleasure to meet him in person and talk with him and
Oh, wow.
because in Espanyol we have so many Argentinians and Villarreal too have so many Argentinians players and they like connect and I have a chance to meet him and see that. But of course, we never innate come in my mind is gonna be so that level.
Yeah. Oh,
I know we know he's a fantastic player, gonna be one of the best for sure. But I think nobody have the idea how much he's gonna improve, how much he's gonna grow as a player.
no kidding. I mean, yeah, like he was, like he was always talking about how he was smaller in stature, but he was able to do wonders with the ball and how he was able to control it, like just unreal. So Armando, like I mean, you're again, like we're just talking through it. Like I mean, Braga, Benfica, Villarreal, Espanyol, lifting up big trophies. I mean, you've already had a great career so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot more here to talk about too. But I mean, going from Spain, I mean, you just talked about Leeds. So how did that transition come about? You're going from Spain, from a Liga, to going to England in the Premier League there, in with Leeds there. How does that all come about? Like what made you go to England for the next step in your career?
Is a challenge. Is a challenge. Is like something when you come and I play. We play in the Portuguese league. We go to Spain. Now I make my time in Spain. What I can achieve more? Where I gonna go? What's new challenge?
Mm-hmm.
What's the new challenge? And England is different. It's different. Like let me go. Let me fly there. Let me see how my game is going there. How let me see how I'm being challenged. Okay, I've proven Portugal. I've proven in Spain. I proved myself in Spain. Let's move to another game. Let's move to another game. And that's make me one of the. I want to play in England. I want to go to and come to the chance to play in Leeds United and one of the oldest club in England, one of the most prestigious clubs in England, and with the beautiful facility, beautiful fans, and nice, beautiful culture of football, and I have a chance to go there and meet some players like Torre on the floor. I don't know if you know about that. The guy is a striker from Chelsea. If we start with Chelsea, like meet some good players, there, and meet something like different football, English football, like different style, more physicality, more direct game, more all that, and like
Yeah.
let challenge myself, and that's let me challenge me and see how I going here, and I have this lucky and this chance to make it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was actually just gonna ask that question as well. I mean, you're going for more of like a technique, finesse type of game in Spain and Portugal, and then yeah, you
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
the Premier League, a lot more physical, a lot more direct football, like you're saying. So again, that must have been quite the adjustment for you. Um,
It's different, very different, very different. In Spain, the game is more tactical,
yeah,
more technique, and the last third of the field is very difficult to defend because the quality of the players, and after you move to England, UK, and then it's different style, more fast, more dynamic, and like that's the physicality is there, like more impact in the game, more like I think the fans more close to each other, more close to the field, and that atmosphere is different, but good places to go. I love it. I love it.
100%. I mean, you're also talking about, I was actually just in England this past year. I went to go watch a Watford game against especially Tottenham and Manchester United, and then again, just yeah, like you're talking like intimate, like you're right there with the players,
Yeah,
and
yeah. The relationship is so close. It's so close. It's so close. Fans and the players is so in the line. Have a line there.
oh.
Beautiful.
I do have to ask this question though. Like, I mean, we're talking about stadiums. I know we talked about the Bernabeu. We talked about Benfica's old new stadium. What was like the best stadium that you felt fan wise to play in front of in England? Like, I'm thinking of like Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge, Anfield. Like, what stadium stands out to you from your time with Leeds that what you played in?
The I think um Newcastle.
Newcastle. Ooh, that's a good shout.
Yeah, Newcastle. Thanks. So Newcastle is like so intense, so intense, so intense. Something beautiful, something special to play against them. And it's because Newcastle is Leeds, Newcastle, everything is there. It's like neighbors,
Yeah,
neighbors, and on the fans, the rivalry there, the between them, like it's a different, is different. It's passion.
100%. I mean, yeah, and that's something too that like yeah, like it really does go on match. I feel like I mean I'm still want to go to Spain and Portugal to check out those games to see how it is there. I mean I've been to Italy games and holy like you're talking about passion like it's like a religion over there.
Yes.
But and I have to ask this a little bit of a fun question though. Like I mean there's trust me in Canada here there's always people making negative comments about English cuisine about the food.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
was your
Okay.
experience
Okay.
like with the food there? Everyone says it's bland. Did you have a similar experience, or did you like the food there?
I'm very. When it come with food, when it come with that, I think I'm very. Um, I don't want to say patriota, like a very. Uh, I love my food. I love my food. I love the Portuguese kitchen. I love the Portuguese. You know,
Yeah.
the Portuguese food. I love it. I love it, and it's difficult to me to adjust a different culture and a food. Because the Portuguese is something different.
Yeah.
Something different, and for 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 sure, like I don't think in England is. I'm sorry that, but I don't think it's the last. I don't think so. I think the breakfast is amazing. I love it. The English breakfast, I love it. That's. But the rest, I don't want to offend nobody, but that's not my thing.
Oh boy, I mean, it's more of a fun question, but I have to ask. Like, I mean, that was what I was telling people I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
England, and they're like, "Oh, the food." I'm like, it was okay. It was okay. Wasn't bad. I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, like, when comparing to like Portugal, Spain, and Italian cuisine, there's just no comparison.
No, it's a comparison. It's different. It's different when you
Oh,
go, but. another day, because in Portuguese you have a typic plate, typic. In Spain maybe you have the typical, like in Portuguese, like you have the bacalhau example, no, the bacalhau, what they call it, the fish, you have the seafood. And you go to Spain, you have the paella,
Oh yeah.
with the rest of that stuff. And you go to England and say, okay, what England have? I don't know it likely. I know the breakfast is, I love it, that English breakfast, but I don't know exactly how that.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, with all respect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we could be here for hours talking about your career because again, you have this illustrious career. And again, I just want to say again,
Thank
just
you.
thank you so much for your time just to kind of go through this year. And I know after England, you did spend some time in the Iran Pro League, which again, you won some titles there too. And I know that is another aspect to kind of talk about that. I mean, kind of winding down your career a little bit towards the end there. But what really sparked the move to Iran at that time? Like what made you want to go to that league?
No, no, as a soccer player, and soccer players, the world of soccer. And when arriving a point of life, you start to think about financial thing, okay?
Yeah.
Financial thing, how you're gonna move, how you get. It's not about. I have a chance to come back to Spain again after England,
Mhm.
after Leeds United, a chance to come back to Portugal, to wherever.
Yeah.
Like my decision to go, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm in certain age, let me make a decision. That's now in the decisions, different decisions. Let's see like where we can uh financial thing, what you can add more, That's the reason. That's the reason. But again, I not regret. I love to play in Iran league, and it's amazing. It's difficult. People don't know how passionate they are when they
Yeah.
game. How passionate they are in the game, and it's different. The culture is different there with the game, with the football, and that's the. I not regret to do that.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
enjoy that moment. I enjoy that moment.
I mean, yeah, like, and it kind of speaks about it too. It's again, so it's one of those leagues that doesn't. It's still underrated in my opinion in terms of like
Yeah.
just the fan support. I mean, not only that though, Armando, you got to lift up trophies from multiple different countries and multiple different leagues, right? Not many players can say
Yeah.
that, and I mean, geez, that must have been a great way to kind of cap off an illustrious career there. And I mean, just kind of talking about it here too. I mean, you're currently like you want to go into coaching? Like, was coaching always in the cards for you, or was it kind of something that you kind of thought about post, like maybe toward the end of your career? Like, was it always a passion to coach?
Like we talked this conversation at the beginning, like inside of the field is a business.
Yeah.
Is a business. And I used to be in the field in the game sometimes as a very communication, communicate with the players and something, help them in the field too, a lot of that. And I'm playing, but I'm coaching. I'm trying to coach another guys in front of me, and that's
Yeah.
that relationship, like. And understand. I start to understand. Okay, something. I have the skills to be something. One leader in the field. I have the skills, and of course, in my last year, and my coach many times call me, and they ask me for opinions in front of the group, what you think about that, what is that, and I start to give my own opinions. I start to, helping that, and yeah, after that, I start to realize that it's something start to growing inside of me. Like, okay, can I do that? Can I take this more serious? Can I grow with this? Like, can I grow with this more in the game as a coach? And that's the moment I start to change that. And yeah, I start to realize I can do more. I can do more. I can help players. I can develop myself as a coach. And that's my next pathway, when I'm done in soccer, I said, like, let me go in this direction now. And
one Hundred
again,
percent. And again, I kind of want to ask this a couple more questions here. But with your style of coaching, I mean, you have obviously the experience, the knowledge to pass on to these players. But I mean, you've played for some great managers and some great coaches
Yeah.
throughout your career. What would you say your coach, like how the coach style you have, is most reflective of? Like, do you take inspiration from any coaches that you played under specifically?
Yeah, I'm a very versatile, versatility play coach. Why? Because I drink from all them. I drink from all them. The all coaches I have from my youth, everything there. I drink from them. I understand them what they want. Everybody in different styles, you know. But I look to myself. I build in my own philosophy, my own idea of the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm not blocked in one idea. I'm a guy. I want add something, grow something, and see something from my game. You know what the game asked of me, what the game in that moment asking. You know, I need able to change that, to respond to the game, to be prepared to each challenge. You know,
Yeah.
and that's my way to see the game. And I appreciate all the coach, and I take everything from everybody, all the things I little from everybody. I make together, and I make myself there. You know, I build in myself, and that um, and that style of coaching. You know,
Oh, I
but
love
that's coach different. I have Ernesto Valverde, one of the coaches from Barcelona, and now from Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah.
I have Manuel Pellegrini from uh,
He was Manchester City,
Real
right?
Madrid, Manchester City. Manuel
Yeah.
Pellegrini is one of my coaches. You know, I have so many coaches. You know, Camacho, coach for national team, Spain and Real Madrid. All that coaches, you know, they give me something. They give me something, and it's something I appreciate there. And my mind is to absorb everything what they teach me, how they want the game, and building myself, building me with my idea.
Absolutely. I mean, and the reason kind of wanted to get your that opinion too is because so I'll give you some perspective, Armando. I'm from Winnipeg, so I'm in the middle of Canada.
Okay.
The minus
Yeah,
45. Yeah, I was born here. That's my excuse.
yeah.
Not. But you know, I again, I know you signed with Pacific FC there in 2022, and honestly, like being a supporter here of Valor and seeing Valor play against Pacific, you definitely did see a especially like, you do see your impact on the team, like especially like I mean, I'm trying to get him on the show, but like one of the hometown heroes here is Marco Bustos,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
but yeah, like I mean, when I watch Pacific play, like I got to see that kind of style that how it's played, right? I think one of the biggest things I always saw against Pacific was just how collected they moved as a unit and how they were able to play like I like to call it kind of like total football, if that makes sense. Like the constant talking,
Mhm,
being able to cover for certain positions, especially from like a fullback perspective, they go up, how they gets covered. Um,
mhm.
and honestly, I know it was just announced that you're no longer going to be with Pacific FC,
Yeah.
but I just kind of wanted to get your opinion, like when you reflect on your time with Pacific, like how was your experience with the CPL?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like 4 years in Pacific, 4 years in Pacific with the great players, with the very young players, with a with big talent, a good talent there to grow and develop. Uh, and of course, we work in the times there. We work in the times like to building the philosophy of the club. The philosophy of the club is to try to play football, try to be front foot, to enjoy the game, to be happy in the game, and have this possession, the ball, all that possession, and you know, and enjoy the ball, demand in the game, you know, demand the game, everything there. Things very important for the philosophy of the club, you know. Uh, and of course, maybe all these years, maybe some instability and the team, maybe some we try to do that, but sometimes we're not so consistent.
Mm.
But this game is about consistent. Be consistent to what you do. Be consistent, in your game, and it's a challenge because most of the time I think because the league as well. The league is so. This country is so big,
Yeah. Yeah.
so big, and and the travel time and everything there is like it's not easy to manage these players to maintain that level each game.
Mm.
Each game, and you can see sometimes you can see the results. Sometimes you go away, you lose the games, you win home, and you go whatever. Like it's so you never know what's happened, and that's in my opinion is about the consistent and the be professional in the league, the recover time, all that stuff, But of course, I enjoy my time there. I think I bring a lot of good things to the game there, and like I say, CPL is growing. CPL is year by year is being more strong. The team is more teams with more quality. With more quality, it's not easy. Like sometimes okay, with this game, we can beat this guy, but not now. Now it's like even games. Even game is not now. Is I think Canadians. I'm Canadian anyway. We need to be proud. We need to be proud about what's happened here, and we need to be consistent and continue to grow. Continue to
100%.
grow in the league.
Well, even the last decade or so, like I've been here all my life, and there was very non-existent talk about the development of the game here, and I mean you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
seeing in the last decade here, it's grown so much. The national team's growing, it's getting a lot better. The CPL talent, I mean, I'm just looking at some talent. Like I actually just did a podcast with Matteo Di Brian, and he went from the CPL all the way playing in the top division in Sweden. So again, it's growing. It's been really great
yeah.
to see, and I mean I'm just excited to see the continued growth of this league, and obviously Armando, you're obviously you coached assistant coach there with Pacific, so you played a role in helping develop this league. That experience you have playing at the highest level does translate to help develop this game here. And again, I think that's something that can't be understated. And I just really wanted just again to say, again, thank you just for everything that you do for the community here in this Canada, for the contributions, and just honestly just for your ongoing expertise. Because again, like players like coaches like you do not grow on trees. So I mean,
I
any
appreciate
type
that.
of
I
that you
appreciate that.
we do.
And I'm feel. Listen, the first day I arrived in Pacific and CPL, how be treated, how the people respect me, how the people, the signs, all the staff, all the media, everything there, how they respect and support me and all that. Like I will appreciate a lot, a lot, a lot because I think we're in a good way, and I think CPL is in good way. Of course, we have a long way to go. There's a
Yeah,
long way to go, but we need to be positive. We need to be positive. We need to believe, and I think. The national team, everything is one of the example. The coach, Jesse Marshall, is like being very strong with his culture and bringing the culture to the country and everything there. Like he's being making a very good job. I think it's important for everybody be in the same line, same page, and try to move this game because this game is so beautiful. This
absolutely,
game is so beautiful. It's
the beautiful
beautiful.
game.
It's a beautiful game.
Absolutely. Well, Armando, I just want to say thank you again for being on the podcast,
Thank
talking about
you.
your journey. Again, like I was when I was looking at this, I'm like, wow, this is a career that we need to talk about because again, not many can say they played against the world's best and has been able to translate that into coaching and even be here right in our own backyard in the CPL. So I just want to again thank you again so much. And just before we kind of end it off here, I know it was just officially announced today that you're no longer with Pacific, but any immediate short term plans at all? Anything that we can maybe kind of expect at all? Anything from your end that we can maybe highlight here?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's the next step. I don't know the next step. What I know, I make a beautiful job. I do my thing. Uh, I show my work. I make my work there, and now it's about time. See what's gonna happen, what people believe, and what people want to do. It, that's me. I'm do what I need to do. I do my, I'm here to support this league, to be in this league, to try to help this league to continue to grow. That's what it is.